creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. What we're going to be talking about in today's video is group work. So it's like university, is it colon group work? That's what I mean. So yes, as you know, I've got the notes on my phone, so excuse me if I keep looking down, but yeah, let's just get right in. Let's have a look. So you've got like, oh my god, group work is so bloody stressful. Like guys, just make sure you watch this video in advance, or just make sure you watch it, and there's other videos that you can watch as well based on group work. I'm going to link a very, very special person below in the description, because their video about group work, he just hits the nail on the head and it's perfect and everything is just great. So yeah, his channel and his video shall be in the description. Yeah, there's loads of things you need to know going into your group work. So obviously when you're at uni, you get told you're doing group work, you're like, oh shit, group work, and then you have to like decide, if you're lucky enough, yeah, like we were, you can have a choice of whether you can be in a group with your friends, or you can get the teacher to choose, or the people that just didn't even turn up, they just got put in a group because they didn't turn up. So yeah, so it depends on your tutor and how they're feeling, I guess. But once you know all the situation and what to do and the brief and what you have to do the group work on, these are like the like important points and like my advice, like you guys should take on when you're going into group work, okay? Yeah, number one is being able to analyse and observe people. So the first thing in the seminars that you'll be asked to do regarding the group assignments is choosing, as I said, if you're lucky enough to be put in a group, or if you get to choose your group and all that jazz, yeah, whatever, I've said all that, so let's just carry on. But now that you've made like that choice, or the teacher's made that choice for you, you can move on forward. But with me, I made the mistake of joining up with friends, and then I feel like this is a serious one, guys, because you need to analyse like your own situation. So for example, if a supposed friend is always like late to classes or missing classes, red flag. If they don't even bring a simple pen, pencil, paper to bloody lectures, another red flag. And basically, if you just need to be able to identify those who have a good work ethic, those who are serious, and the people that aren't serious, so you're able to choose like your group accordingly to that, if that makes any sense. So I'll say that is very important, because I didn't do that, and then I went with my friends and I thought it would be a good idea at the time, and yeah, it's just stressful if like you're not like, because I was the group leader, team leader, group leader, whatever, one of those. Yeah, I was that person that was like, had to tell everyone like not what to do, but in a sense what to do, like how to, like what jobs and everything, like, you know, like that. I don't even know if this video is going to make bloody sense, but I hope it does, because it'll be a bit awkward if it doesn't. But yeah, so moving on to the next point, is organisation and communication are the two important aspects of group work, and there are the two things that you're going to need to make your group work success, your assignment a success. So listen, with the like for us, because I'm studying business, we had to base our group work on the teamwork models, like the famous teamwork models. So you've got like Belbin, you've got Tubman, you've got like Adair, team role theory, and other types of group work things, models, yeah. So even if you're not doing business, I feel like you could use the models to help you get to where you want to be and what like grades you want to get in, like, you know, as an outcome, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like they're very helpful, and they like give you a path on, you know, how to do things. Like for example, on the Belbin one, there's like a list of like types of people, like a specialist, a shaper, implementer, I think. There's loads of them, yeah. So then you had to, for us, you just had to like look through the list and see which one you were most suited to. Some of us it was like 2 or a couple instead of just one, and yeah, you just fit yourself around the roles, and then we would then like, you know, I don't even know how to explain it. But obviously we had the task from the brief of what we had to do, and then we used the models to be able to like split the work up between us all, and then we all knew what we were doing, because obviously if there's a specialist doing the specialist section and there's a shaper doing the shaper bit, there's not like people crossing, like going over other people's work and stuff. There's less confusion and drama, if that makes any sense. So if you're using, like, I'd advise like using a model alongside, even if you're not doing business, because it will help you in the whole planning process. So when I was talking about organisation and communication, going back to the first point, if you're like, for example, communication before the group work with your friends or whoever like you want to be in a group with isn't like top notch, then I would say don't be in a group with them, because if they're not even being responsive to, like, you know, your texts, your messages on social media or whatever prior to the group work, just imagine what they're going to be like in group work if they're already not answering your texts, and it's not even group work season, you know what I mean? So I would say just make sure you bear that in mind, and yeah, it's just red flag, avoid. This is attention to all the team leaders of the group. So I'd advise that this responsibility is on someone who is actually organised and has a good set of communication skills, and the reasons for this are, wait a second, I'm going to sneeze. So as I said, the reasons for this are that you need to make sure that you're engaging with everyone and ensuring everyone has something to do. Another thing would be to make sure that each group member has responsibility and accountability for their tasks, and you all have like agreed deadlines. So like we had, it was basically we set a deadline a week before the actual deadline, so we had to make sure that all the work was due, like all the work we did and produced was handed in on that week deadline, so then we could like go through it and see how everything would be, and put it by like aside the brief and make sure that we've included everything that he said and all that jazz, and just making sure everything's right, like spelling and all that stuff, your references and everything is like good, because yeah, otherwise you get marked down. So yeah, if you do it like a week before the actual deadline, then you're not rushing like last minute. But if you wait like a day before, you're going to be stressing. And also what I'd advise is you're not waiting till an hour before the deadline before you send the leader or whoever to put like that puts all the work together. It's not fair on, because it's like you have to be considerate of others. Yeah, it's not fair if you're doing 2 seconds last minute jobs and then sending in the work late, because then the person who's responsible for putting on the presentation or whatever the group assignment is about together, it's like more strain on them, and it's not really fair. Do you know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh, if they didn't get it in on time, it's like their fault, when it's actually yours because you didn't do the work at the set date that the group had before the actual official deadline. Do you know what I mean? So just, yeah, keep that in mind. And once you have decided on your tasks and roles, it is vital that you arrange regular meetings to review your progress and decide on what direction your work should take next. And each member should attend these meetings. It's proper important. And if they don't, let your tutor know, because what's the point? You all organising group meetings and people aren't even turning up. Then they text you when all the information was given in the meeting. They ask you, oh, what do you have to do about this section, or what do you have to do about this section? If you came, you'd know, hon. So, do you know what I mean? And what else was there? Oh yeah, ensuring everyone is on the same page and plans like the work in advance. Always meet several times a week for an update, and always have backups in case someone screws up. So for example, on the day you're presenting, your flash drive isn't working for some reason. If everyone in the group has a copy, it's calm, because if yours doesn't work, someone else will, like, more likely it will work. Do you know what I mean? Because things can happen on the day. But I don't know, you dropped your memory stick in a puddle, or the computer's broken, or whatever. So if there's several copies of the work, there's like less stress there. You can easily get it up, no hassle, and yeah, it's just like less stress on everyone. Do you know what I mean? And the teacher will not get cross at you for not having another copy. And then general group work like stresses, I would say yes, be prepared for the one person who is stubborn AF and is always constantly 24/7 slacking, because it's ridiculous. Come on, we're in uni now, we shouldn't have to tell you what to do. A very smart person on YouTube once said, link in the description, choosing friends over choosing friends over a reliability will lead to a liability. I said it, yes, that is just, honestly, yes, the guy, he said it was great, like, yes, I agree, because it's just like I said, going back on like what happened with me and my previous experience, I went in a group with friends, and guess what happened in the end? Not everything was a success, so just make sure, like as I said before, you're analysing the situation between your friendships and or your classmates, and just make sure you're in a group with people that actually want to do the work and get a good grade, and you know, they're all like the group, everyone is sensible, because if they're not, then it's just not going to be great for you in the long run, because if they're not all serious, you're not all going to get to the end and get your grades, are you? Especially when it's group work, you all get marked as one grade, so I'm just going to say be cautious and be sensible. Another group work stress is that you need to be able to communicate with everyone in the group in more than one way, like not just social media, text, email, Skype, FaceTime, knocking on their flatmate's door, knocking on their accommodation door, whatever. You need to make sure that you have like everything that you need or that you need to get into contact with them, because it's very important. Because there's no excuse then, if they've done all that stuff beforehand, for them not to reply, not to answer your text or whatever. And then you'll also have like evidence as well that you've been and done all that stuff. So if they're not like getting back to you, then you can just go to your tutor and look, I've done all this stuff, they're not answering, what more can I do? And then just cut it from the group, and then you just focus on yourself and the rest of the group that are actually interested in wanting to do well. It's very important you keep the evidence, because, you know, just in case they come back and say, oh, I was answering and you didn't pick up. No, it's here in black and white, so don't chat. And then it's check and check again. It doesn't matter whose work it is, it's everyone's work. When it comes down to group work, you all get the same mark. If something isn't right, you all get marked down. So ensure you guys are checking your shit. Have someone as I said before, linking back to like the Belgian team rules or whatever schedule that you have, that someone is like specifically, like that's their role, to check stuff, to make sure everything's right and everything's been done and everything in the brief is as it says and it matches up with your work and all that stuff. And then another stress is being patient and being prepared to explain things more than once, because people, for example, if you're in first year, might have never done group work before, or they might come from a different country and might have like a language barrier, or you know, so you've just got to be patient with people, and you know, have other people that you can talk to about the group work if you're getting stressed out, like other friends that are in your situation in another uni, friends from back home, or family, or whatever. They can always help you. Another stress is no work should be done on deadline day. As I said before, you've got to make sure that everyone and everything is on point. I mean, if you've organised it well, then no one should be doing anything apart from like the minor finishing touch-ups here and there, and like spelling and stuff. Otherwise you're just going to put stress on everyone else, and it's not fair. Hence why there's a deadline, and hence why you should have like a deadline 2.0 as well for your group personally, so you can just get everything done and there's no stress. And then another stress is just using standard fonts like Arial. But you know, like the first couple of fonts that you use or that are recommended for you to use when you first open up a Word document, just use them, because it's easier for the person that's putting everything together at the end to just easily just sort it out if it needs sorting. Don't be using like Century Gothic or any of that massive, bold ass letters, because it's unnecessary. Because at the end of the day, you're you're gonna have to change all the fonts to be the same anyway, so there's no point going extra and all out just to get it changed. And plus it just helps the person if it's just a simple lettering. If you all have like before when you're discussing the group work and what you're going to do or whatever, you can all say, guys, we all want the font to be in Arial, so everyone knows what they're doing, and then you might not even have to change the font, and that would be so much easier and helpful. Like, why don't we do that? We could have just said everyone write Arial, and then it would have caused like less stress and stuff on the person editing it at the end. That could be an advice for me for next year. Not all ideas are good. That's the last part I've got for you guys. Just be mindful of people's feelings and be constructive. So yes, I hope you guys all got something from this video, and yeah, you can take something into your group work when you start. I mean, honestly guys, good luck to you, because you're gonna bloody need it. It's a stress. Actually, like, I didn't actually think it would be as stressful as it was. Like, that people, like, just listen to people's like past group work experiences. They're not joking. Like, this is serious stuff. So yeah, I just want you guys to get the best grades that you can possible, and yeah, just not be stressed as much as I was. Yeah. So yes, I shall see you in the next video, and I hope you're not dying in this heat. This heat is ridiculous. Like, I'm actually dying. I cannot wait till winter. Winter, please come now. I can't deal with this hot weather, and I can't wait to be back in Manny. Oh, it's dragging so much. I just don't like not having a lot of space, and like all my stuff's like everywhere, like some here, some in storage. It doesn't feel right. I like all my stuff to be with me, but yeah, I'm gonna sneeze again. So yeah guys, I shall see you in another video, and yeah, bye. Hush.